Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to dive deep into the absolutely incredible craftsmanship behind metal wall art. We're going to explore that whole journey, from just a simple sheet of metal to a stunning, eye-catching masterpiece.
It's a question that really makes you stop and think, right? Behind every single one of these pieces, there is just a world of technique, of precision, and, raw creativity at play. So, how exactly do they do it?
Well, in this explainer, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to follow that entire process from start to finish. We'll look at how metal is shaped, how it's joined together, finished, and then ultimately preserved. So let's get right into it with the very first step.
All right, first things first. Before you can do anything else, you have to give that metal its basic shape. This is the foundation, right? This is the stage where the artist's vision really starts to become something you can actually see and touch.
So, when it comes to shaping, it pretty much breaks down into three main paths. First, you've got cutting, which is all about making those clean, precise slices. Then there's forming. This is where the artist gets physical, bending, hammering, or sculpting the metal into three-dimensional shapes. And finally, you have casting, where you pour molten metal into a mold, which lets you create these really complex designs that would be almost impossible to make any other way.
Now, let's zoom in on cutting for a second, because there are two really popular methods that are worlds apart. You've got laser cutting, which, as the name suggests, uses a super precise laser. It's perfect for creating incredibly fine, intricate patterns. But then, on the total opposite end of the spectrum, you have plasma cutting. This thing uses a jet of superheated plasma to just power through thick metal plates. It's all about raw power, ideal for those big, bold shapes in large-scale pieces.
And of course, we have to talk about forging. This is that timeless, hands-on technique, right? You heat the metal, you hammer it into shape. It's physically demanding work, for sure, but the result? You get these beautiful, one-of-a-kind textures and organic forms where you can literally see the artist's hand in every single mark. And believe me, the artist's toolkit does not stop there. You've also got things like water jet cutting, which uses a high-pressure stream of water for unbelievable precision. There's metal stamping for pressing patterns right onto the surface. And then there's just pure hands-on metal sculpting, bending and shaping sheets or wires. All of these options really give artists this immense creative freedom.
So, once all the individual pieces are shaped, how do they become a single, complete artwork? Well, that leads us right into our next phase, joining all the components together and adding those crucial finishing touches that really give a piece its final character and depth.
Assembly is where it all, comes together. Often, an artist will use welding to permanently fuse the metal parts, creating a look that's completely seamless. But sometimes, they might go with riveting, where the little fasteners are actually left visible as part of the design itself. That can give a piece a really cool industrial or rustic vibe. Now, for a finish that's both modern and incredibly tough, a lot of artists are turning to powder coating. It's a really fascinating two-step process. First, a dry powder is applied to the metal using an electrostatic charge. It just clings to the surface. Then, the whole piece is baked, and that heat cures the powder into a smooth, vibrant, and super durable coating that's built to last. But the real personality of a piece often comes from the surface treatment. An artist can create a patina, which is that beautiful, aged, oxidized look. They can polish the metal so it shines like a mirror, or brush it to create a cool textured grain. They can even use chemicals to etch these incredibly detailed designs right onto the surface. And of course, this craft is always evolving. Today, we're seeing artists use modern technology to just completely push the boundaries of what metal art can even be, turning what used to be a static object into something dynamic and alive. Just take digital printing, for example. Techniques like sublimation are a total game changer. They let artists infuse these high-res, full-color images directly into the metal surface. And the key word there is into. The dye becomes part of the metal, which means the image is never going to peel, crack, or fade. It's permanent. And the innovation doesn't stop with pictures. Artists are now building in LED lights to create this stunning interplay between light and shadow. Some of these can even be programmed to change colors or respond to motion, turning a sculpture into a truly immersive experience. It's incredible stuff. We're also seeing artists break out of using just one material. By combining metal with things like wood, glass, or stone, they can create these really striking contrasts in texture and color, and it just adds whole new layers of depth to their work. Okay, so after all of this incredible work, the shaping, the joining, the finishing, there's one final, absolutely crucial step, making sure that masterpiece is going to last a lifetime. So this brings us to a really important point, preservation. You've got this beautiful piece of art, but how do you protect it from moisture, from pollution, from just the simple passage of time?
Well, it all comes down to a few key strategies. A clear sealant is often the first line of defense, creating a protective barrier. For those delicate patinas, special coatings are used to basically freeze the oxidation process right where the artist wants it. And for any art that's going to live outdoors, heavy-duty, weather-resistant treatments are an absolute must. That, combined with just proper care, is what ensures the art's legacy. And this quote just sums it all up perfectly. Embracing preservation demonstrates respect for the artistic process and the skilled craftsmanship that went into their creation. So you see, preservation isn't just about maintenance. It's really the final act of respect for the skill and the vision that brought the piece to life in the first place. So from that very first cut to the final sealant, the creation of metal art is a true testament to skill and creativity. If you want to see how all these amazing techniques come together in some stunning, finished masterpieces, you absolutely have to check out the collections at www.bruzzen.com. And hey, if you enjoyed this journey into the art of metal, make sure you hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the world's most fascinating topics. Thanks for watching.